Hello Professor, today we're going to talk about the interview that we did to a sheriff. We interviewed a retired sheriff called Donald James Berry. He's 63 years old. He worked on Los Angeles, California during 30 years. The purpose of this interview was to know more about the job as a sheriff, its duties and abilities, the contribution on society, and everything that this job entails, and also get knowledge interacting with a native speaker.
Donald is an acquaintance with his family. We decided to interview him because we think being a sheriff is interesting and difficult job that requires a lot of dedication and patience. We carried out this interview through a phone call. The main question that we asked him were what skills or abilities are required to perform this job, and what are the main drawbacks or benefits in this profession. We are going to give a general view of the job and then talk about the specific qualities in this profession, the contribution on society, and the future plans.
What is a sheriff? A sheriff is the chief law enforcement officer in the city and is in charge of all criminal investigations and is responsible for executing court orders and process. He chose this job because he was always interested in law enforcement. Also, he thought that it was an interesting career, but he's glad that he is retired because it was a stressful job. Some cons of this job are that they work very long hours and they have very few days off. Its benefits are that it's a well-paid job, they give good medical benefits, and they also give good retirement pensions. Chronological development. First, he became police officer at 23. Then, when he was 25 years old, he started an 11-month process which consists in some interviews and tests to become a sheriff. And finally, he worked until the age of retirement, that is 55 years old. To apply for this job, you have to be 21 years old, you have to have a high school diploma, you need to pass a drug test and a lie detector. Also, they send detectives to investigate all your background.
Now we are going to listen a part of the interview of Donald.
Question. What skills or special abilities are required to perform your job?
Most important qualities for anyone getting involved in a very large law enforcement agency in the United States is to have the ability to think quickly and to be decisive and not to hesitate in any decisions that you make. Having said that, sometimes you only have fractions of seconds to make a decision, and then whatever decision you make may be judged by the courts over a period of several months of time. So there's a lot of stress in all decision making for law enforcement officers in the big cities of California.
As he said, the skills needed in this job are decided and not hesitate in any decision that you make. And also have a good physical condition. In professional competencies, the ability to think, to understand people, have a good sense of humor, and be empathetic.
The job of all sheriff is enforce all laws of the country, states, and cities, and also running the jails, patrolling the street, protecting people, keeping the peace, and writing report about any incident when the law is violated.
Contribution to society. The impact of a sheriff's work on society is important and can be seen with community upholding and enforcing laws, working together with people, and informing and supporting them in times of crisis. What are the difficulties or dangers in the sheriff's job? The difficulties of a sheriff's job are being able to act in emergency situations that require a great responsibility. Also understand different kinds of people. Danger is the possibility they could die doing this job because they risk their life and facing emergencies or criminals. Work experience in daily life are being a good citizen. They know how to treat people with respect and being conscious and being alert in any dangerous situation. The opportunities that they have are freebies. An example of this is they have a free pass in public transport.
Well, he doesn't have a work-related projection, but he wants to enjoy his life in Chile with his wife and her family and friends. We chose this topic because we think it's a complex job that often is not taken into account. And what we learned about this project is that the job of a sheriff is stressful because they have big responsibilities protecting people and supporting them in hard moments. They have to enforce the laws and act quickly in emergency situations, even risking their life. All this to keep the peace and the security in the community.
Well, we don't have experience working as he does, but we can compare our work in the future as a teacher. And being a sheriff is more a risk than being a teacher. But both could be stressful, and both should treat with different kind of people.
Thank you for your attention.